everybody, and let's talk roadmaps for 40k and a little bit of Death Guard while we're there. So get a brew, get comfortable, and let's get waffling. Yeah, so obviously the LVO has dropped. We have an absolute sea of previews, like insane amount, and we finally got to see this guy in all of his glory. Obviously we've seen this model before. You know, he's been floating around the internet as a sprue for a while, and apparently he got sent out by accident to somebody. It's a new guy for the Death Guard. It's quite a nice miniature. Obviously there is a roadmap, so we'll be talking a bit more about the Death Guard very shortly. But this great god of plagues has a thing for invulnerability. He is contagious, leaves masses of fits declare, and will eventually sport life, only to spread the diseases that brought their original host low, and so it goes on and on until the entropy has its way. His loyal servants thus plod diligently into battle over and over, sharing their gifts with bring up too many big words, especially in this time of the morning. Either way, this is a champion of the Death Guard who reached the high enough rank will adopt one of the mantles of corruption, each innovation of Matorian, a dedication of certain septic approach, and warfare release, the new epic specific war gear. So this guy, we've met the Lord Virulus and Contagion and the Lords of Poxes, now swell their ranks. These are equipped with the Mimesic Turbine, very cool, a device of rusted blades and rattling engines with deadly vomiting contagion into the air. I like this guy. This guy is pretty cool. I like him. So he's basically another foot hero. Death Guard didn't really need another foot hero, but they are pretty cool either way. I like it. It's a nice look at Mark III armor. I'm very impressed in all. But yeah, that's not all. We basically have a roadmap, and this is the kind of thing that I was really kind of happy that GW did drop, and we have one for Old World and Age of Sigmar, I believe, as well. There isn't one for the Horus heresy though, which is a little bit sad, but I'll jump onto the Horus heresy in a bit because there's like one article. Basically, we've got now, so as in coming very shortly, is the Aldari, the Astra Militarum, which are their army boxes already out on pre-order, and Emperor's Children. Now, I am going to look at this and go, well, the Astra Militarum's full launch is probably going to be in a few weeks' time. And I would be fully expecting the full launch of the Astra Militarum to happen in February, probably the beginning of February, with the Aldari army box not far behind it. And then they're probably going to sort of come out, or even we might even get the Aldari army box this month. I know you're all looking at the Emperor's Children and trying to work out when we're going to get them. I think they're going to be out in March. I think we'll either get the box in February next month, or we'll get it in March. Either way, it's very, very soon. Now, what's coming next? World Eaters. Now, we already know, because they've already dropped this hint, that World Eaters are coming at Easter. They've said in an article that there'll be more to see for the World Eaters in Easter. They're coming next. Death Guard and Thousand Sons. So I've got a feeling from essentially from April through into the summer, we're going to be seeing a lot of Chaos Space Marines hitting the table. Emperor's Children, World Eaters, Death Guard, Thousand Sons. Now, the biggest one out of all of that, we've already seen that the Death Guard only seems to be getting one miniature. I would say the Thousand Sons are probably getting the same. The World Eaters are probably going to get their second wave of miniatures, which will be the Berserkers on the Juggernauts and the like. But what's interesting is on the horizon. Now, there are some pictures. Now, okay, somebody may have noticed something about this roadmap compared to the roadmap that we got last year, and that is a severe lack of Imperial Knights on it. But there is an Imperial Knight on the horizon in the bottom right hand corner. That is an Imperial Knight of the Chaos variant. There's a lot of chaos coming this year. It is the year of chaos. But that's not all. There's an axe. That axe in the bottom left-hand corner is a Black Templar. So the Black Templars are on the route. And then we have something else. Now, that's a Gravis Marine. That looks like a salamander. Or is it? When I first seen that, I instantly thought it was a salamander. I don't think it is. I think that's a Space Wolf. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, no, it's not. It's not a Space Wolf. It is a salamander because it's got flames. You're right. It does have flames. But I have a feeling that, yeah, it could well be a salamander. In what are they getting a codex? Are they getting their own army, a salamander codex? That'd be cool. I think the other one that we can see is definitely a Marine. And I would probably speculate that that's probably the Space Wolves. Because the Space Wolves are obviously getting a really, really big refresh. And I would imagine that they're going to be the big summer release for 40k. Now that the Emperor's Children are in the wild. But yeah, that Gravis Marine is interesting. Is it a salamander? What could it be? You know, interesting indeed. But either way, we have this. We also do have something else. We obviously for the Horus Heresy fans, we have the Thanatar that we talked about, that we thought originally, I thought was an Imperial Knight, but it's not. It is a Thanatar. So yeah, we're getting a Thanatar for the Horus Heresy. So we did get to see something for the Horus Heresy, but we just don't get to see any more stuff. Now they have said here there is still more to see from Warhammer. The Horus Heresy at the Horus Heresy Thursday continues here on Warhammer Community, with a new character taking the stage next week. In the meantime, head back to the reveals to see what's coming. A new character coming for the Horus Heresy next week. Who could that be? Who could it be? That's an interesting one. I'm excited. I'm intrigued about that. That is made me intrigued. That is really, really made me kind of intrigued. A new character for the Horus Heresy. But getting back into 40k, this is looking good. I liking this. I like interesting about these roadmaps. Kind of interesting. And I'll do a video on the Age of Sigmar one as well as the Old World as well. But yeah, that's interesting. Let me know in the comments what you think the 4 pictures are on the horizon. I think it's Space Wolves, Salamanders, Black Templars, and Chaos Knights. That's who I think that is. But if you have anything different, let me know in the comments. And while you're there, hit the subscribe button and like, share, comment, and all that good stuff. And check out my members and Patreon areas if you would like to help me in other ways. I'm going to continue making videos and drinking coffee. It's a glorious day to be a Warhammer nerd. I love preview days. So stay healthy, peeps. Catch you in the next one.